Hey, Pie Fam! Okay, I literally just saw something that made me drop my coffee this morning and I had to jump on here immediately to share this with you. Look, I know a lot of you have been feeling pretty beaten down by Pie's performance lately. Trust me, I've been there too. But what I just discovered could completely flip the script on everything we thought we knew about Pie's next move. A trader just made an absolutely wild prediction that Pie could hit $1 in the next few days. And guys, he's not just talking, he's actually put serious money behind this call. If you've been wondering whether to hold, sell, or buy more Pie, you need to hear this breakdown because it might just save your portfolio. Real quick though, make sure you're following my Telegram and Facebook pages linked below because I share my most explosive Pie updates there first, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. Alright, before we dive into this absolute bombshell, do me a huge favor and smash that like button if you're still holding Pie through all this craziness. And hit subscribe because honestly I'm seeing patterns in the Pie market that most creators are completely missing. And I want to make sure you're getting the real story. So here's what happened that got me so fired up. This trader at JohnDelulu247 on Twitter just posted something that made the entire Pie community absolutely lose their minds. He straight up said he thinks Pie is about to rocket past $1 in the coming days. And here's the kicker. This guy didn't just tweet and run, he actually showed everyone that he opened a massive long position when Pie hit 50 cents. And get this, he's already in profit. Now look, I've seen a million price predictions that turned out to be total garbage, but there's something different about this one. Pie is sitting at around $0.628 right now, with a market cap of $4.74 billion and daily trading volume of $245 million. Those aren't small numbers, guys. That's real money moving around, and it tells me there are serious players paying attention to Pie right now. But here's what really caught my attention. Remember when everyone said Pie would never amount to anything because it wasn't a real crypto? Well, Pie Network officially launched its open network on February 20th this year. We're not talking about some testnet or beta version anymore. This is the real deal, fully operational network. And smart money traders like this guy are positioning themselves for what could be an absolutely massive breakout. Okay, I'm gonna break down the technical analysis in a way that actually makes sense, because most of these YouTube guys just throw around fancy terms without explaining what they mean. The weekly chart is showing what's called a bullish engulfing pattern. Basically, it means buyers are starting to overpower sellers in a big way. This is the kind of pattern that often shows up right before major price moves. Here's something that absolutely blew my mind when I looked at the numbers. Pie hit an all-time high of $2.98 back in February and dropped to a low of 41 cents in April. Guys, that means Pie has already proven it can sustain prices way above $1. We're not talking about some impossible moonshot here. We're talking about getting back to levels Pie has already achieved before. From where we're sitting right now at $0.628, reaching $1 is only about a 59% increase. In the crypto world, that's honestly not even that crazy. I've seen coins pump 100% in a single day just because someone tweeted about them. The difference is Pie actually has real fundamentals backing up this potential move. And here's something most people don't understand about market psychology. We've been consolidating in this 45 cents to 65 cents range for weeks now. That's not random. That's what happens when big players are quietly accumulating positions while everyone else is panicking and losing hope. It's textbook market behavior, and experienced traders like at JohnDelulu247 know how to spot these setups. Let me tell you why this $1 prediction isn't just wishful thinking. Since the open network launched, Pie's ecosystem has been growing like crazy. We've got over 400,000 nodes running the network now. That's serious infrastructure that can handle real demand. This isn't some pet project anymore, it's a legitimate blockchain network. The Pie browser ecosystem is honestly impressive. I've been testing out some of the new apps and they're actually functional. We're talking real marketplaces, educational platforms, games that people are actually playing. This isn't vaporware, these are real applications that need Pie tokens to function, which creates genuine demand pressure. But here's the really interesting part. Pie Network has over 60 million registered users globally. Let that sink in for a second. 60 million people. Even if just 10% of those users start actively using Pie for transactions, that's 6 million people creating demand for a relatively limited supply of tokens. The math starts to get really interesting really quickly. And there's this psychological factor that I think could be huge. $1 isn't just a price target. It's a milestone that validates everything Pi Network has been working toward. Once we break through $1 and hold it, I think you're going to see a lot of those 60 million pioneers who've been sitting on the sidelines suddenly get very interested. That kind of FOMO can create incredible momentum. Now look, I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't talk about the risks here, because there are definitely some. Even at John DeLulu, 247 warned people about using leverage, and there's a good reason for that. Crypto markets can be absolutely brutal, and even the best setups can fail spectacularly. Some technical analysis I've seen suggests Pi could potentially drop to around $0.487 by the end of June. If that happens, it would pretty much kill this bullish thesis, at least in the short term. And honestly, crypto being crypto, anything could happen. We could get some random FUD, or Bitcoin could crash and drag everything down with it. But here's how I'm thinking about it. If you believe in Pi Network's long-term potential, and based on what we've seen with the ecosystem development, I think there's a real case to be made, then current prices might be a pretty decent entry point. The risk-reward seems favorable if you're not expecting to get rich overnight. The key thing is, don't bet the farm on any single trade or prediction. If you're going to take a position, make it something you can afford to lose. I always tell people, invest what you can afford to see, go to zero, because in crypto, that's always a possibility. But if you can handle that risk, the upside potential could be significant. So there you have it, guys. This trader's bold $1 prediction has some serious technical and fundamental backing, even if the timeline might be optimistic. Whether it happens in the next few days like he's suggesting, or takes a few more weeks to play out, the setup is definitely interesting for anyone who believes in Pi's long-term potential. Look, I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money, but I am here to give you the information you need to make your own informed decisions. The combination of technical breakout patterns, real ecosystem growth, and the psychological significance of $1 creates a pretty compelling story for potential upside. If this analysis helped you see Pi from a different angle, do me a solid and hit that like button, and drop a comment. Do you think we'll actually see $1 in the coming days, or do you think this trader is being too optimistic? I love hearing your thoughts because, honestly, you guys often spot things I miss. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications because I'll be watching these price levels like a hawk. And seriously, follow my Telegram and Facebook pages because when things start moving fast in crypto, those alerts could make all the difference. We're potentially at a really important moment for Pi Network. Whether this prediction plays out or not, staying informed and thinking strategically is what separates successful crypto investors from everyone else. Until next time, keep stacking and stay smart out there.